with Zoe from the Exodus Collective. How are you doing, Zoe?
I'm pretty good. It feels like we're hurtling towards the end of the week. So yeah, that's always a good place to be. I feel like Grenada is one of the undiscovered secrets of the Caribbean. If you say the West Indies to people, people think about Jamaica, Barbados, St. Lucia, like the big destinations that people go to. A lot of people think Grenada is a town in Spain. It isn't. It's actually an island. But the most popular beach in Grenada is Granad's Beach, and that's probably 2 miles long. It does have some really big hotels, well, for Grenada, big hotels there, but it also takes you all the way to the town, to the capital, which is St. George's. And it's just lovely, like white sandy beaches, clear blue seas. And again, it's never packed.
One of our sponsors is a gentleman called Mad Cow Trini.
Okay.
He's a dragster, and he goes all over the Caribbean. He's taken us to Guyana as well, but he goes all over different places. But yes, it was I believe that name does ring a bell. Pearls, yeah, it was like a drag strip.
So La Sagesse, that is, I think I prefer that to Granada. So it's not in St. George's, it's in the neighbouring parish, which is St. David's. And again, it's always pretty much empty. It's on a bay, so it's kind of enclosed. So it's never rough. And I quite like taking my kids there because you can walk out for quite a while before it gets deep. So if we're saying Caribbean food in general, my absolute favourite place, and it's cheating because it's not a Grenadian place, I think it's called the Trini Roti Shop. And I love roti and I love doubles. And I'm quite particular. I mean, I think if you know roti and you know doubles, you can get to be quite picky about what you have and that you just won't tolerate anything. But I would say arguably the best place to get roti is the Trini Roti Shop in a town called Grenville. That's Grenadian owned, so I'm all about supporting Grenadian owned businesses. It was owned by a guy called Sir Royston Hopkins, who unfortunately passed away a few years ago. So my one place that I would definitely recommend is a place called Andy's. It's not far from a rum factory. We have Clark's Court Rum, and it's not far from there, but it's like a wooden front. It's kind of like this grid sitting where you can like sit behind there and eat food if you want to stay in. But he just does like a whole array of soups. Your entertainment industry is quite significant, isn't it?
I just believe that they don't really want to invest in local production.
More and more people are beginning to think, okay, maybe coming back to the Caribbean is an option that I should start exploring, whether for myself, for my family, or later down the line. I just wanted to kind of show people that there were other places to be, safer spaces to be, more nourishing spaces to be. So what I started doing was interviewing people who'd made the move, whether it was from the UK or the US, Canada. I even had one mixed race woman who'd moved from Sweden to Jamaica, just to show like what it looks like to move, what are the sort of considerations you need to be thinking about, what's the process of settling in overseas, how do you kind of not be an obnoxious foreigner.
Do you interview anyone from anywhere who moves to the Caribbean?
My thing is they have to be black. They have to be black. I'm not like, the Caribbean is for everyone, but I think one, there's a unique need for people of Caribbean or African descent to be here. There is an issue of the Caribbean being overdeveloped by people who don't necessarily have the Caribbean's best interests at heart, and that's not unique to a specific race. I haven't spoken to anyone who's unhappy. I haven't spoken to anyone who's unhappy with the move. Even if you don't move here, one thing that more of us need to do is to get citizenship. Like, really, it's really scary how many people, all of us of Caribbean descent at one point had the opportunity to apply for passports. Would love, if there's anyone, I'm yet to interview someone from Suriname, yet to interview someone from Guyana, and I'm yet to interview someone from the Bahamas. So if you have moved to any one of those three destinations, or if you know someone who might be willing to share their story, please do drop me a line. Yeah, so the best way is either on Instagram, which is at the Exodus Collective giving you the wrong address, at the Exodus Collective on Instagram or on YouTube. There's hours and hours of interviews that you can watch with folks who've moved from all over the world to different destinations in the Caribbean.